We have a lot of good stuff here to talk about for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. The Ray Rifle coming to the game, some D Maschine round 200 glitches, a bunch of Dark Ops glitches, a lot of stuff to cover, hand Easter egg finally solved, and other perk concepts, a lot of cool stuff that we could be seeing in the DLC season of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. I want to thank you guys for yesterday's video. The support was unreal, over 700 likes. So if we can go for 600 likes on this video, that'd be pretty sick. Subscribe to the channel for more Black Ops Cold War content. Shout out to the members, and let's get started. I want to start off with this very quickly, gauge your guys' opinion. D Maschine is one of the best launch maps Zombies has ever had. Pretty bold statement there. It feels like World at War, Black Ops 1, with how focused it is on survival. It's the map the community has wanted for a while due to how less focused on Easter eggs and story it is and more on gameplay and survival. Definitely let me know down below, do you agree 100% with this statement? Do you think D Maschine is just that, one of the best launch maps of all time? I do think this really is such a good launch map. D Maschine doesn't seem like a DLC map. It doesn't seem like any other map. It seems like it really was meant for a launch map for the beginning of a Treyarch Zombies game. Good for beginners, really good with mechanics, the gameplay, the map layout. It's really smooth. I love all of those aspects of it. So I'm going to agree there. One of the best launch maps we've seen in a very long time. And as I talked about in my video yesterday, it's also friendly to beginners. Beginners get to go into this Zombies map and have a good time, while more hardcore zombie players can go for a high round, and it's actually kind of difficult. The increasing damage speed of zombies into the higher rounds makes it so the beginning of the game is kind of easier, and the latter half of the game later on towards the higher rounds, it gets more difficult. So they really have a perfect balance here. I don't fully agree with this statement, however, because he's saying here it's the map the community has wanted for a while due to how less focused on Easter eggs and story it is. I feel like that's not really what we wanted. We didn't want a Zombies map to be less focused on Easter eggs and story. We definitely wanted good gameplay mechanics, a good map layout, a solid survival map, but we didn't want them to sacrifice the Easter egg and the story. I mean, at least having a small cutscene would have been nice. The Easter egg ending cutscene for D Maschine was only an exfil. And again, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. The map is still a really fun, solid map. And at the end of the day, who really cares? As long as the rest of the story for the game is good, then we're in for a good year. But I think I still want them for the DLC maps, especially, to have decent Easter eggs with a lot of story, some actual cutscenes, and hopefully they do focus on that. But let me know down below your opinions on that. Next thing here, Treyarch, if you're watching, please bring back the Mark II. I'm loving the new ray gun, by the way. And everyone's commenting on this Reddit post, the ray gun rifle, the Ray Rifle. This was a code that was in the game files, the alpha files of Black Ops Cold War, the beta files of Black Ops Cold War, the Red Door files that were leaked out back in April, May, June. I don't know where this weapon is, but it is a wonder weapon classified in the code of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. It's obvious that the Ray Rifle in the code is pretty much what the Ray Gun Mark II is. Hopefully, however, it is slightly different. It would be nice to see a new version of the Mark II, for them to innovate a little bit on the actual ray gun, make it its own thing, because the Ray Rifle, if it actually is called the Ray Rifle in the game, should be slightly different to the Mark II, because if they're really just bringing the Mark II back, just call it the Mark II and add a new ray gun later on. Someone also pointed out that a lot of the recent ray guns were added in DLC 3, and it's actually true. Buried DLC 3 Black Ops 2, the ray gun Mark II, then we had Black Ops 3, DLC 3 Garrett Crovey, the ray gun Mark III, and maybe the Ray Rifle is the ray gun Mark IV, and it's just going to be called the Ray Rifle, and that will be added, presumably, in DLC 3 or Season 3 or the third iteration of Black Ops Cold War's Zombies DLC. So we're going to see when we actually get this weapon. It should be really soon, and most likely it's going to be insanely overpowered. If it's anything like the ray gun in Cold War Zombies, the Mark II or the Ray Rifle in this game is going to be one of the craziest weapons we've ever seen. So hopefully, again, we get that very soon. Next thing here, something pretty big. That Elder God Monster Hand Easter egg was finally solved. So here are the steps to do this. You first need a pack-a-punched weapon, go into the Dark Ether, then go to the barrier behind Spicola. There will be 4 buttons on the walls, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You need to shoot these with your pack-a-punched weapon. Each time you successfully shoot one, a light will turn on. There's no specific order. After this, the door on the left will have a green light coming out of it. Shooting the button next to the door will make this hand appear, and this is what we originally got to. Now here's the final part of this Easter egg. You need to kill 15 zombies using the hand by timing the button. The hand has a cooldown time, so you can only activate it 2-3 times in a single Dark Ether portal. After you reach your 15th kill, a purple orb will fly out of the zombie towards you, and whatever weapon you're holding will be instantly upgraded to legendary. So it does this with any weapon. Again, a pretty simple ending to this Easter egg. You have to do the hand Easter egg, and then you have to make sure zombies are spawning in that window and they get eaten up by the hand, and it turns whatever weapon you have to legendary. So nothing too crazy there. I do wish it related back to the Elder God, the monster that is seen outside of the map in Die Maschine, and hopefully there is some sort of storyline significance for that monster very soon. But a pretty cool Easter egg here to do if you want an instantly upgraded legendary weapon. There's actually been a lot of serious glitches going on in the Black Ops Cold War Zombies game, the maps outside of Die Maschine. Here's the first one here, extremely painful. So I got all the way to round 200 and even managed to exfil. So huge congrats for that. That's insane. Upon finishing it and going to check my stats, I noticed that nothing saved. Nothing at all. I never got the Dark Ops challenge for reaching 100, never got the golden knife, and none of my stats saved. So I've been seeing a lot of this here. A lot of people's zombie stats are not counting. Even in multiplayer, a lot of the people's weapon challenges, all the camo progression they've been doing, it's not counting in the game, and it's just such a weird situation here because everyone's doing all of this grinding and it's just not going through in the game for some reason. These are glitches where when they complete it, do they give the Dark Ops challenges back to the players? Do they keep track of what they were actually getting and reward them later on? So it's a really weird situation here. Here's another glitch, not really about progressing, but it's about a Die Maschine glitch in the game itself. This guy was practicing his Easter egg speed run. When he finished the coffin dance Easter egg, he was completely invincible. And you're gonna see in a clip here in the background, he is just invincible. Like, these zombies are just bugging out and they're just walking all over the place here. So, I mean, I've seen other glitches like this as well. Obviously, it's not a crazy game-breaking glitch, but it still is kind of annoying if you get this glitch in a game where you want a serious Easter egg or high round attempt, and then you can't get these zombies to act normally, and that's that. And your game's pretty much over. You have to restart. So hopefully they do fix a lot of these glitches very soon. I do have to say, compared to Black Ops 4 Zombies, any of the glitches we're seeing in Cold War Zombies are a lot better than blue screening at the end of an Easter egg step, the final Easter egg step. So, I mean, we're in a lot better of a position than we were back at the beginning of Black Ops 4, but any glitches in the game are still a bad thing, and they're definitely working on it to fix it very soon. The last thing here, could Vulture return? Sure, we basically have Vulture with the ammo, equipment, and salvage drops, but it would be cool to see it return in a way that increases salvage drops or quantity. Maybe the base level of it could be more increasing zombie drops by 20%. The next level could be an additional 30% more salvage, and then the final level could be double ammo drop rate or something like that. So I do think that is a pretty good point because it does make a point. Obviously, a lot of the features, the ammo drops, the salvage drops, just zombies dropping loot, that's a Vulture raid type of thing. But if Vulture raid made it so you got more armor drops, more salvage drops from these zombies, that would be a really insane perk to have, and upgrading that perk would be extremely valuable. Who wouldn't want an increased chance of getting more salvage, more low-grade, high-grade salvage from zombies? Also, an increased chance of getting more armor drops, more full armor drops from zombies, so you have to go down to the armor station less often. I mean, Vulture raid, in that sense, would be a really sick perk and a beneficial perk to have in the game. So hopefully they actually do something like this in the game, because that actually would be pretty interesting to see. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment below zombies as always if you watched the whole video. It's greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.